next from BC. This is a very long one. Hi, I would like to set up our AI agent so that when AI cannot answer a question not found in the KB, the AI will automatically determine whether the inquiry is pre-sales or after sales, and then assign the conversation to the correct live agent group. Before sales or after sales team, using round robin among online agents. We want the flow to be customer talks to AI cannot answer, then AI determines is it pre-sale or after sales, then auto assigns to the correct team, then the human agent takes over. Could you please show us step by step how to set this in AI agent?
Okay, so it's a bit long, this one. But I think I replied to this message as well. And hold on a second. Okay, now I see the full question as well. So we would like to set up our AI agent so that when, okay, so let me answer the first part first, which is when AI agent cannot answer a question, the AI will automatically do something else, right? So again, we also have this, we anticipated people asking this as well. So we definitely wrote something on our best practice page or help center to provide that advice or provide that information on how to set this up. But basically, all you have to do again is going back to prompting it. So tell AI agent that if certain information cannot be found, the usual trigger that I would write is if you cannot find, telling the AI agent, if you cannot find relevant information from knowledge source, then do something else. In this case, then you need to prompt AI agent to determine if it's a pre-sales question or after-sales question, and then assign the conversation to the correct agent group, right? So the second part of this is assigning to sales or after sales using round robin among online agents. So right now, round robin is possible. Online agents, you definitely need to wait a little bit more as we are still improving this part. But I can say stay tuned because we're actively improving this very, very soon for online agents only and also via round robin. So the second part, the third part, sorry, we want the flow to be customer AI cannot answer, AI pre-sales or after sales auto assign, and human agent takes over. So this is definitely possible, like I mentioned just now, as long as you prompt it properly, exactly like this. So you have a very good flow or mind map of how it will actually work already. So as long as you insert this prompt using our best practices, then it will definitely work this way. Could you show us step by step how to set this in AI agent? Now that might take a little bit more time, but if you have questions on how to set this up, or if you need guidance, contact our support team. We definitely can help you from there.
Yep, you can click on the talk to support button here on screen right now and to talk to them. But yeah, this is possible. It's all about the prompt, as Wilson say. Okay, next question. We have keep some scripts in snippets. Can this information be pulled to AI?
So right now, it can't get information from snippet, but our best practice or our advice when it comes to this is to download your snippets, right? Download them, and all you have to do is just upload it as a knowledge source to AI agent, right? I understand that means that if you change anything in the snippet, you have to redo this again. But there's definitely a reason why we do this. Is because snippets are being used by humans, and AI agents might need a different configuration when it comes to using snippets, right? Also, snippets inside there are a lot of things like variables, contact fields, so on and so forth, that might be a little bit more dynamic. So our advice when it comes to this one is definitely just download it and then just upload it as a knowledge source for that particular AI.
All right.
Okay.
Next question. Do we introduce agents as AI agents to leads that come in? That depends on you.
That depends on you. But just here's what we observe from different customers, especially the trend nowadays, right? We found out that our customers, so users of Respond.io, their customers actually get pretty comfortable if they know that they're speaking to an AI, right? So because I mean, you get a lot of benefits from there. 24/7 support, you get instant replies, and on your side, from our users of Respond.io, you can definitely get a lot more scale. You can scale your operations a lot more. But so in short, it's better to introduce your agents as AI agents if they are to customers, but give them options like, hey, I'm an AI agent. You can speak to me about anything, but if you cannot find the information, or if you need human support, just let that AI agent know, and that AI agent will pass it to a human, right? So this is definitely a better way instead of hiding the fact that it's an AI agent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really up to you. If you want your AI agent to not introduce itself as an AI agent, that's also fine, as long as you prompt it that way. Right now, we don't have a default, so it won't say that it is an AI agent. So it's totally up to your operations.
Okay. Hope that answers your question, Stephen. Next question for Somi. For the AI assignment, if the workflow says to move one way and the AI agent is instructed to go a different, for example, workflow says to send contact to sales 1, but AI agent flow says that for difficult contact, send to sales 2, what will the agent do? In summary, if there is a conflicting instruction between workflow and AI agent, what is prioritized?
Can't really see the question on. Oh, there's a Q&A tab. My gosh.
So basically, the instruction, if workflow has a specific instruction, AI agent has specific instruction, and they're clashing, what gets prioritized?
So when this happens, usually we tell people that it's a race condition. It's a race condition, which means that whichever is the latest one that gets triggered. So in short, nothing will be prioritized. We won't say that, oh, workflow must be correct or AI agent must be correct, because we don't know that, right? We don't know what's your operation. So it comes down to making sure that your workflows and also AI agent doesn't have that conflict, right? We understand that it is a bit difficult to ensure that, but it is definitely something we need to look at when it comes to conflicting instructions, right? So I can tell you now, it just depends on which one is the latest. It's a bit hard to prevent this because it's just a mistake, right? So
best practice, don't have them conflicting. Need to edit one of them.
Exactly.
Okay, question from Amelia. I realized the AI agent cannot reply anymore once the contact liked the message. Example, customer asks one question and then like the message the AI agent sent, no matter how many times I reassign, just doesn't reply anymore.
Yeah. Thanks for asking this. We have received this before. And right now, to be frank, right now, AI agent, because liking is just a reaction. But I understand that in different parts of the world, liking a comment equals to replying to that comment, right? Like, hey, do you want to do this? And let's say if I like it, in different parts of the world, that means that it's something that I want to proceed with, right? So we definitely are looking into handling all these reactions as a reply. But right now, whenever there's a like or whenever there's a reaction to a particular comment or particular message, AI agent doesn't take that as a response.
Yeah. Wilson, want to check with you. Will follow-up works for this case?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. So, you want me to explain?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah. So because so we do have a follow-up feature within the AI agent, right? So even if the person liked it, right, and AI agent, of course, it doesn't see that reaction. If you set up your follow-up, AI agent will know that, hey, this person did reply, but it doesn't know that this person liked it. However, there's still a follow-up, right? AI agent know that this person didn't reply and ask the same question back, or just follow up with the person. Hey, I said certain things. Would you like to continue or something like that? But again, that requires the customer to write a textual or text response to the AI agent. Then all is well.
So are we going to try fixing this? What's the next step if unless the follow-up is the only workaround?
It's definitely something we've heard of this before. But we'll definitely take it into consideration. Yeah.
Okay.
However, if you could contact us in terms of on our like raise a request or something like that. I'm not sure if we share Kenny links here.
Yeah, you can share Kenny links in the chat.
Oh, I can find it. But yeah, but definitely something. Let us know what's your use case. If you can share a little bit more, then we'll look into this as well.
All right. Let's move on to the next question. Can I use knowledge base and give synonyms for a specific treatment and ask our AI to tag the lead according to KB?
This is very interesting. Yes, because our knowledge base, we're using RAG system, and what that means is it will actually search our knowledge or your knowledge base using what we call like canonical terms, right? So that means that if you have apple and fruit, it kind of means the same thing, but if an AI agent will be able to find that as well, like as long as they kind of mean the same thing. However, on your side, on the AI agent side, it's better to prompt it this way as well. For example, when you ask AI agent to look for knowledge base, or when you ask AI agent to look for knowledge sources, make sure to prioritize certain keywords or prioritize certain synonyms of the keyword for a specific treatment, for example, and then tag it according to KB or tag it according to the requirements from KB as well. So it goes back to prompting.
All right. Can further show us example how the workflow might look like and how to create it? Normally, the workflow is made using what? Excel? ? Not quite.
Is there a workflow that you showed just now?
We didn't show the workflows UI. Maybe you want to share your screen and show that the simple Excel workflow and how that was referenced in the trigger workflow.
Yeah, sure. So in order to create a workflow, or you want to view your workflow, it's all inside the workflow module. You can create one or just update existing one. And this is how workflow looks like. So let me stop my current workflow. In workflow, it's if you are familiar with Zapier, with NXN, they all look kind of the same. You build the step, you build the nodes step by step, like A to B to C to D. And when the workflow gets triggered, it will execute based on what you have defined here. And these are all our actions. You can send a message, you can ask questions, you can assign to. And the example that I used just now is manual trigger. So we have a few trigger here when conversation is open, incoming webhook, and also ads. Then what this workflow does is that it is connected to my booking confirmation Google Sheet. And depending on the sheet that you have selected, if you map, you can then do mapping. For column A, I want to store the contact name. For column B, I want to store the phone number, email, booking date, and also the owner. So this gives you the flexibility on what you want to define, and you can have everything set up here. Then back to your AI agent, what you have to do is just to write the instructions, when to trigger this workflow, and specify which workflow you want to trigger.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I want AI to use certain objection handling phrases. Is there a way? So I think this is the sales playbook, objection handling phrases. So it wants the AI agent to use specifically only that.
Is it a standard or something? Like a
So
known?
this is a sales playbook, certain ways of how to handle objections from a potential customer, right? So I think it's just a bit of your knowledge base and your prompt.
That is very interesting. If it's a standard way of objection handling, yes, you can definitely prompt that. It just depends on what your instruction to that AI is, based on your operations, right? So again, it goes back to prompting it to based on your operations itself. If it's about like a standard way of handling objection, like in sales, that's something interesting as well. Like you can probably tell AI to handle objections if there's a playbook, if there's a standard that is standard across sales processes. That's something interesting as well. It's definitely something you can prompt AI to do it.
Yeah, a lot of sales team have their playbook is whether it's a PDF or something like that. You can just upload it to the knowledge source and just make sure that your prompt references that knowledge source well.
Yes, for example, you can say something like reject the customer, but search knowledge source for certain information to reject the customer, something like that.
Yeah, is for the AI agent to reference the knowledge source, would the name of the file be very important?
No.
No. All right. They can
It's,
still find it.
Yes, it's based on keyword search, something like keyword search. So for example, if you want AI to search objection, right? And in your knowledge source, you have objection handling of the titles, so on and so forth. Make sure to include that in your instructions to tell AI agent, for example, to when there's an objection, search for certain keywords in the knowledge source.
Yeah.
Then it will refer to the correct one.
All right. Thanks. I'd like to automate reminder messages 24 hours before customer reservations. Can we do that with this tool? The information on customer confirmed reservation exists in a different system. We can also create a report in Excel and Google Sheet file.
It's a bit more complicated. If I understand correctly, you might want to have a notification sent out to customers, right? You might need to speak to our support on this one. Yeah, it's a bit more complicated to handle. I don't have the right answer now.
I think it's depending on how they set up, right? Your contact details, your tags on the appointment time should have there. Then you can do a trigger via workflow based on the date and the time.
Yeah. However, I don't think I'm not sure if this customer is asking if AI agent can do that. You know what I mean?
Perhaps, Andrea, you can clarify more if you're asking AI agent, because honestly, this can be just done by a workflow trigger as well.
Yes.
Okay, question from Constantine. How can we set the hallucination and the temperature? I think, Wilson, you answered that in the chat, but maybe you can answer it again.
Okay. So hallucination on our side, we definitely have guardrails to prevent hallucination. But sometimes the definition of hallucination can be different as well. So it will go back to prompting again, which is, let's say you can have a trigger to say, if you don't have relevant information, then do something else, right? So we definitely use the one of the top models with OpenAI. That also means that it's one of the smartest out there. It's one of the smartest model. It can definitely realize that, hey, knowledge source is not returning certain informations. Therefore, I should not hallucinate and I should do something else, right? So our advice to this is always set your boundaries.
The guardrails and boundaries.
Yeah, guardrails and boundaries. Kind of relevant for life as well, but always set your boundaries. You know what I mean? So yeah, always set boundaries within your AI agent. Hey, don't do certain things, right? Don't give irrelevant information if it's not found in knowledge source, and if it's not grounded, then do not say it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how we always prevent hallucination when it comes to AI agent.
And if you're not sure how to write out the guardrails, the template is there. You can just click on it and edit it from there as well.
Exactly. And we definitely also wrote a guide on how to prevent hallucinations within our help center as well. Now, the second part about the temperature. It's also something I shared in the chat as well. Nowadays, temperature is not something that is standard already when it comes to AI technology. But there are ways to set it because I've sent through the chat. Hopefully, you can find it. Is that you can definitely prompt AI agent to be more creative, that it doesn't have to follow the flow or something like that. It can also suggest certain things, and in that sense, you are technically setting the temperature as well. So it becomes instead of a number, if you remember, like temperature, like 2 years ago, it was just a number from 0 to 1 or 1 to 5. It's apparently not a standard way to set things now, but you can definitely prompt it. So you can tell AI agent to be a little bit more creative, that it doesn't have to follow the flow, that it doesn't have to be bounded to that flow as well. So I've sent this in chat. You can talk to our support if you have any questions, or you can ask questions here if you want.
All right, let's go to the next question. We actually have a lot of questions, so we need to go through a bit faster. It's already okay. AI agent works correctly when it needs to execute multiple HTTP requests at the same interaction? Question mark. I mean, like a nested request. Will it work correctly?
I'm not like 100% sure about this, but as far as I remember, it works best when there's only one HTTP request. So if there's nested, if not mistaken, it cannot. Yeah, in short, it cannot.
So let's say AI agent in one response, it can it get the information from the first API and then trigger the second API?
Based on what I remember, no. I mean, for similar or for this use case, you will need to better rely on the workflow. So you can set like HTTP request A, after this, then execute HTTP request 2 based on the API response from HTTP request 1, something like that. Yeah. Because the action is always triggered based on the contact intent, not based on the API responses. But let me double check on that.
All right. Let's move on to the next question first. How can I set up follow-ups technically? I tried setting a follow-up after 1 hour, but it didn't work well for me. Can I send follow-ups after 24 hours?
Oh, God, this is a very good question. I'll answer the second part first, which is, can I send follow-ups after 24 hours? The answer is no. And there's a reason why for this. Because our platform is very well designed for WhatsApp. Okay, and WhatsApp has a window of 24 hours. If you guys, it has a window of 24 hours. So we did set the limit to 24 hours, but you can send follow-ups after 23 hours. So we have a best practice for this. It is called, I think, on our on how to set this up. It is you can just search for follow-ups and everything is in there for you. So maximum 24 hours per follow-up. So if it's 5 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, it will all work, but not a single follow-up after 24 hours. Now that wouldn't work. But within 24 hours, it will work. So if you have tried setting up a follow-up after 1 hour, but it didn't work well, then there might be something wrong. You can always talk to our support team to figure out what's wrong.
I think we need more information, Sahar. What do you mean by it didn't work well for you? Like, what do you mean by that exactly?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I can send the.
Yeah, you can send it in the chat. And okay, next question: is data and conversations secure?
Hold on. Let me just.
Yep. So anything related to like security, data processing, privacy policy, you can refer to our homepage. We have like a few dedicated page for that. Or I can just send it through the chat link.
Yeah.
And just to add on, Respond.io is fully GDPR compliance and is ISO 23001 certified.
Yes. So rest assured, it is secure because we understand that some companies really take importance in data security. And of course, we are trying to be compliant for especially governments in the EU who are very particular about this as well. Okay, next question. Can the AI agent read a video link, or is there future enhancement to get the AI agent to read or watch a video link?
So right now, no, because video links can be long-winded. It can be 20, 30 seconds or even 2 minutes. So there's a lot of limitations when it comes to videos. So is there a future enhancement? Yes, definitely. It's something that we want AI agent to consider to process in the future. But for now, it doesn't work yet. We're still focusing on textual responses and textual messages for now. But that doesn't mean that it can read anything else. When it comes to files, when it comes to PDFs and images, AI can definitely read those properly, right? And also voice notes. But we haven't covered video links yet. So it has ears. It has ears. It can type, but it cannot see yet. Well, it cannot. It can see. It can see
images.
Yeah, I can see images, but not
You
stare
cannot
at
see for
video.
too long.
Right. yeah, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely in our radar as well for this one.
Yeah.
Do let us know if you have if you could give more information in terms of like your use cases. Why is this important, so on and so forth. We'll definitely consider that in our architecture.
Okay, here's a follow-up from Sahara, as he mentioned. So it sends up a follow-up every hour and on, not only one follow-up. I think you need the prompt to just tell it, send a follow-up once only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it can follow up to 5 times, right? So you can say send a follow-up every hour, and the maximum that it will do is 5 times. Or you can say send a follow-up every hour if it doesn't if the contact didn't respond. Send it up to 3 times. Now it's something that you can set on your side in the instruction itself. You just have to type it out and write it that hey, follow up to 2 times, 3 times, once, so on and so forth. Then AI agent will adhere to that. It will follow that properly.
All right. Going back to questions just now. Hold on, need to go through. There's a lot of questions. Okay, found it. Will the AI agent also check the grammar due to certain jargon or terminology that I cannot understand or certain new words?
Sorry, will the AI agent also check the grammar due certain jargon or terminology that cannot understand or certain new words? So, yes, but it really depends on the language itself. It really depends on the language. And we're using the latest model, right? The latest AI model, which means that it can definitely understand slangs very, very well. So we tried this in with different customers. I think from Middle East. We've also tried this with Malaysian customers. So in Malaysia, where I am from right now, is that we have a lot of slangs, a lot of different types of slangs when it comes to Chinese, when it comes to Mandarin, English, and also Malay. Now that worked very, very well in this case, right? If it's when it comes to those different slangs, even if the person's grammar is bad, even if you want AI agent to use certain slangs, that's definitely possible. However, there are some caveats here because there might be certain small amount of language that it might not reply very well when it comes to slangs. However, to the best of my knowledge, the latest models covers a lot of slangs, seriously. So rest assured, it will work as long as you prompt it though.
All right. Okay, another question about MCP. Is it possible to connect with MCP? To be decided.
It's within our radar, yes, but currently no.
Next, how can I set up follow-ups technically? I tried for... Oh, it's the same question for Sahar, so I'm just going to skip this question. if the AI agents assign a human to a conversation, the human responds and then later assigns the AI agent back, will the AI agent have context of what the human responded? Because it wasn't the case for us. Is it because we didn't set the prompts properly?
So this is because it's a bit of it's a bit hard to explain. So AI does have context of what the messages were before, but when it comes to AI technology right now, it doesn't know that it was not sent by this AI. If you get what I mean. So we're working on one thing, which what we're calling it contextual conversation, right? Context conversation, and what that means is we want AI to know that it was assigned and the messages before were not by this AI, right? So right now, if you assign back to AI agent doesn't know that the previous messages is not by this AI agent, right? So if you wait a few more weeks, this AI agent will know that it was assigned and the previous messages was not by him or by that AI. So right now it's the same. So it's not because of prompting issues, I can tell you that. It's something on our end that we're working right now to improve it. Sorry that it happened to you. We're definitely looking into this right now.
Okay. Question for Steven: set up automation first or chat agent first? So I assume this is about workflows. Set up a workflow first, then a chat agent so that you can reference the trigger workflow.
Yep.
I think that's the question. Yes, you should set up the workflow first so that you can reference it when you set up your AI agent. But if that's not the question, please clarify again, Steven. Thank you. All right, next question, Sarah. Can the agent create an order on WooCommerce and send a link to the customer just for paying?
Ooh, this is very interesting. It should be able to, am I correct? Because GUI, it does get that information, like call the HTTP request with the product maybe or something like that, and then get the link from WooCommerce. I'm not sure if that can work.
If API for it, it should work.
I'm not that familiar with WooCommerce API, but if it is possible through API, then for sure, yeah, AI agent can do. So maybe AI agent create the order on WooCommerce using HTTP request, and the API response contain the link for the payment. Then yes, AI agent can send. But if it requires another endpoint just to send the link, then yeah, we will need to set up it separately.
Yeah.
So yeah, the answer here is depending on what WooCommerce API provides. Yeah.
Yeah, just check the API documentation if it has all the actions you need. So creating an order, then sending the
Link.
order information back and paying or all this kind of stuff. But I think WooCommerce is a very big company. I think they would have this kind of API endpoints. So we just have to check, Sarah.
Yeah, my advice for this one also is you can ask if you have access to ChatGPT, for example, you can ask ChatGPT to search WooCommerce for this type of endpoint, and hopefully it will give you that information as well.
And you can even tell it, I want the step-by-step of how to set up things, and it will tell you as well. Can Respond AI be linked to a logged-in required platform system? Because we still need to check on the store's details and what they set up regarding their issue. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to ask, AMJ. Do you guys know?
I think it depends on the system as well, the platform. Because our HTTP requests, I mean, there's headers, there's API, not keys, but authentication as well. So it should be able to get that information from your platform or from your system as long as it has the API to do so. Yeah, as long as it has the API to do so. So the keyword or the key requirement here is making sure that that platform has the APIs for us or for AI agent to call or to get information from.
All right. Next question.
Let us know what platform it is. I'm quite curious.
Yeah, AMJ, if you can share it in the chat, we'll be interested. I built the AI agent. How can I share the link to it?
You just copy paste the link from top. Something like that.
Like your AI, if you connect your channels, WhatsApp, whatever, whichever link, as long as the AI agent is enabled, and whatever prompt you set, right, it should work.
Okay. So if it's about making sure that AI agent, you're able to let your customers talk to that AI agent, you can always share, for example, the channel link, right? So for example, WhatsApp.me or and then slash the phone number of that particular channel, right? Because that channel is connected to an AI agent. But of course, you have to assign that customer or set a default AI agent for that particular channel as well. If it's about in the platform that you want to share the AI agent to another user, which is, let's say, your colleague working in the same workspace, all you have to do is just go to the AI agent page. That particular AI agent will share the link to that particular colleague. Not sure if I got that right. So yeah.
Next question: can AI agents recognize images on WhatsApp DM sent by clients from ads or Instagram or links to product from websites?
From ads or Instagram and link to products from website. So images, yes. Images. So let's say if AI agent receive an image, it definitely can see that. The second part, if it's a link product from a website, then no. Let me think. Yeah, then no. Because AI agent right now doesn't have access to search another web page or website
Web search.
in the chat. Yeah, web search in the chat. That is something that is very interesting. I will definitely need to log this as well.
But what if the knowledge base has the website and that product has been on that website? Wouldn't be able to reference it?
It will be able to reference it, but AI agent doesn't know what's in the website.
They are not accessing the website. They are reading from the knowledge source.
I see. All right, something for Wilson to look into.
Yeah, it's an interesting one.
What are some limitations we should be aware about for the HTTP request or AI agent in general, Takang?
So if it's about, if it's about limitations for AI agent, we have we're pretty aware we're pretty aware of what AI agent is limited to. So we do have a page for this. Give me a second. AI agent limitation. Okay. So we do have known limitations. Can I reply to this comment or something? Where is it? Okay, this one. And then answered, remove from here. No, I cannot. Yeah, I can't answer. So let me just tag the person.
You can just reply to the message in chat, not Q&A.
But how do I find it?
You need to go through all the chats.
Oh, okay. Or maybe I'll just do this. Okay, so we're pretty aware of what AI agent is what kind of limitations AI agent has, right? So that's why we have in our help center, we have a page in itself to tell you what are the known limitations. And because we know all these limitations, it's also something that we want to solve as well in the future, but definitely something we need to prioritize a little bit further. But to help you answer that, what are the limitations, we can definitely refer to here.
All right.
What are the limitations?
Let's go through the Q&As as faster because we're only halfway through. Yeah. Okay. Next question for Carmen. When the AI agent created, how to make it scan through all the chats to update lifecycle, to do the first layer respond, and to do follow-up and close chats?
To scan through all the chats. You mean at that specific moment and run it through like hundreds of contacts at once?
Are you doing backlog actions or are you talking about live actions? Because if it's backlog, I don't think we can do it, right?
No, backlog,
Yeah.
we have to do it. Yeah.
As long as the AI agent is assigned to the conversation, they can do all those things. But if they're not, they cannot do that. And you cannot retroactively go back to do all that stuff.
Although there's something very interesting, and so I have to log this.
Yeah, write that down. Okay, next question for Adrian. I built an AI agent for responding. How can I? the link to allow people to ask questions. Yeah, just share, as long as you're connect to a channel again, share that channel link, whether it's a WhatsApp, Telegram link. As long as the AI agent's enabled, they can ask the AI agent anything. Next, can AI agent read voice messages sent by the client email and WhatsApp? Can agents also, if clients ask questions and request same from relevant human and then go back to the clients?
Not sure about the second one, but first one, yes. Live voice messages, but if can agent ask if clients ask questions, request same from relevant human and then go back to clients? Sorry, I'm not sure what this is asking.
Yeah, Skander, can you clarify your second part of your question? We're not really sure what you're trying to ask.
But the first one, yes.
Okay, nice. Because we sometimes receive calls from Indian nationals due to certain tone of words. If it's hardly to understand or we misjudge, might accidentally terminate the user account that we. Okay, I'm not so sure what this is about.
I think this was about the thing about grammar and jargon or something like that. I'm not wrong.
Okay.
What's
the best way to ensure that AI only assigns to online? Okay, yeah, we've answered this question.
Yeah,
we're looking through.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are asking this. That means that we're on the right path because we're definitely enabling this soon.
We have a particular structure and tone of how we respond to customers. For example, intro, main, ending. Can the agent follow this rather than responding with a bulk response like a paragraph?
Yes. My advice for this one is make sure you have those structure available, right? And you can pass it to another AI. So let's say ChatGPT to rephrase it for you or to turn it into instructions that AI agent can understand.
Yep. Again, it's all about the prompt. Can AI agent, after identifying clients, order items, create payment links, and share with clients? Also, if a client requests for discount, agent will request approval from human and go back to the customer with decision.
Yeah, you have multiple ways to do the second part, which is if the agent can request the approval, you can either use go to the AI agent configuration. So what we have is called assign a conversation back to one human, or you can even mention the human. You can even mention the user as a comment. Make sure that the person look into this as well, and the AI agent can still continue as is. To get the approval, I would advise to use some sort of contact field so that AI knows that approval has not been approved yet, right? The first question, can AI agent after identifying clients order create payment links? Again, depends on your API.
Yeah, how you're setting this up via the HTTP request.
Yes.
Okay, next question from Sanjay. In how many languages can AI agent speak in meaning on a phone call if that's a handoff call?
Oh, phone call. It's like a lot.
We're using, let me think.
It's definitely multilingual, but I cannot remember the exact number.
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, also it depends on the model as well. And right now on text, on messages, it can, I mean, the model, from what I heard, it can support up to like 200 plus models out, 200 plus languages out there. But we probably need to get back to you in terms of voice. You can do let us know on support side to talk to our support. We can definitely support you from there. But I can say the topmost languages, Chinese, for example, English, even Russian,
Spanish,
Hindi, Arabic, it can support those.
All the top languages can be supported. Yeah. Okay. Next question. The location can see automatically the city of the customer and set every answer based on the city with different action.
Ooh, I like this question. So we have a country field, right? We have a country field on Respond.io. You can always ask AI agent to check this country field where they're from and reply based on whatever language is that country. Or you can also set the location as a custom field and ask AI agent to look at this custom field and based on that reply in a certain language. That's totally up to you.
Okay. Next question. Do we need various AI agents or do we just need one AI agent for all?
Oh, this is a very good question as well. So best practice, I always tell people to have various AI agents for different purpose. So think of it this way. You have a sales team, you have a support team, and you also have let's say a receptionist, right? So different job functions is best to have different AI agents as well. Okay.
Yeah.
It just depends on your operation. The good thing is on our side, you can have up to, I think, 50 AI agents. So hopefully that's more than enough to cover your operations.
All right. Next from John, I think it's a clarification regarding what are the basic means for the voice AI agent. So it's asking what can it do basically.
So our use case requires it to speak in Arabic and handle inquiries in the voice. Yes.
Yes.
So it's using the same model. The voice AI agent is using the same model as a chat AI agent.
Yeah. Of course, during a call, I think they cannot look at images and things like that, but taking actions, everything, yeah, it can do, right? So, can user assign into multiple teams?
Is this more of a
Agent be able,
Human user.
so can contact be assigned to multiple teams at once? I think. I'm not sure exactly the question, Kokjin. Maybe you can clarify, but contact can be assigned to one person at a time, whether it's an AI agent or a human agent. Yeah.
But a user assigned into multiple teams, yeah, we'll probably need to.
Yeah, need clarification. Is the AI agent online as soon as you publish, or do you need to link to your workflow, etc.? How we can save a draft and while we build out the AI agent and test it?
So as long as you publish and assign, then it's technically online. But of course, you need to assign it to someone.
Yeah, and you can test the AI agent before you publish, right? So you can still do that.
How can we save a draft while we build out the AI agent and test it? Okay, so this one is as long you can create it, you don't have to publish it. So when you created an AI agent, you can unpublish it, right? You can unpublish it, and technically it's in draft mode because it technically doesn't exist as a user or as an online user yet, right? In this case, if it's unpublished, then you can still test it, you can save it. It's still there, but it's just not published yet.
All right. Question for Sarah: can the agent create an order on WooCommerce? And
This was covered just now. Right?
Yeah.
I think it's a repeat question. Do you recommend that we use our main website as knowledge sources?
Okay, so we also get this question a lot. It depends. If your website is it's complicated, right? It has a lot of components. It has like text here and there, so on and so forth. It's a bit hard to use it as a knowledge source, but you can still do so, as long as it's structured well enough for humans and also for AI agent.
All right. Next, can I formulate responses? Step 2, empathize and normalize. Reflect the patient's feeling back to them and normalize their concern. Do not suggest any solution in this step. Use this formula. We have too many customers having the same issue. Describe how it affects their daily life. Find the matching normalization sentence in the knowledge source based on the patient's complaint.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that could work. Can I formulate responses? Yeah, this is a pretty good instruction.
It's a very good prompt. It's a very well written prompt.
Yeah, we have too many people having this issue. Find a matching normalization sentence in knowledge source based on the patient's complaint. Yeah, this is a pretty good one.
Yeah, as long as the keywords for your knowledge source and everything matches, it can reference the knowledge source well enough. Yeah. Okay. Can I just take over reply again and assign back to AI agent?
Yes. So, but the same problem will happen because when you assign back to an AI agent, it doesn't know that the previous responses is not by this AI agent. However, caveat again, we are currently working on this, so stay tuned in just a few weeks' time. So the AI agent knows that the previous responses is not by him.
Okay. Hello, thank you for the webinar. My AI agent keeps showing Thai. He is incapable of doing some stuff, even though I edited the prompt many times. For example, the customer asks how much does it cost. The answer is I can't tell you the price. You should check our website.
So my advice to this is first check if those
Prices.
if those prices are or if the cost or whatever it is available in your knowledge source. That's one. Second is if you want to have a different answer, for example, the answer is I can't tell you the price, you should check our website, or you want AI agent to say something else or do something else, then make sure the instruction is in there to say if you cannot find the price, assign to someone else, or don't say something like this, or ask clarifying questions. Is totally up to you.
All right. When will the AI be able to recognize Insta story replies? When?
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand that a lot of like businesses runs social media posts on Insta, and story is one of the format. And yeah, I mean, I have repeated this many times, but we are aware of this, and we will be improving it. And you can have a look at our Canny roadmap to follow up, and also to upvote accordingly and list out your use case so we can prioritize better.
Can Azira, can you put the link into the chat?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Sometimes AI messages to agents in the workspace have nothing to do with it. For example, if the case is about skin sensitivity, it assigns to A, but sometimes it assigns to B. Why does it happen even though I made it so clear in the prompt, the assignment section underneath it?
Sometimes the AI assign messages to agents in the workspace. How? Nothing to do with it. For example, if the case is about skin sensitivity assigned to A, sometimes it assigns to B. Why does this happen even though I made clear the assignment section underneath it?
Well, we don't really know your Sandy to really see what's the problem here.
Yeah. Talk to a support. You can also let me know what's your. Yeah, it should work correctly, so I'm not sure why this is not working correctly. Vision is always the prompt, but of course you make sure that the prompt is clear enough. So we'll definitely have to check this for you.
Yes, Sandy, could you reach out to our support team and they can check on your prompt along with you, so that we know that what's going on. Can I silent AI agents to read conversation and act as supervisor to evaluate the human agent's response?
Best practice is we don't have this right now, but there's a there's a workaround. Don't tell other people that it's possible. Just kidding, there's already 41 people here. You can tell AI agent not to say anything. Yeah, that can work, but again, it doesn't really work as a supervisor. It doesn't really. It might even send a message sometimes, but technically, you can assign to an AI agent and tell it not to say anything, and just be a silent supervisor and a silent predator.
But what's the output for the AI agent then?
I will assume because we have heard of people wanting AI agent to just post a comment, for example, or close a conversation, for example, right, when the time is right, or update certain contact fields when the time is right, without needing the human to do it. So I can definitely adhere to this use case. It is something that we are looking at as well, and we are at the same time. Interestingly, we also wanted to call it a supervisor. But yeah, you can technically do that, but you didn't hear it from me.
All right. Okay, another question from Sandy. Can we show in chat which knowledge source did it use to answer the question? I saw it in the testing section, but it would be great if I have it in chat in case it did something wrong. It would be easier for us to follow and correct it. Oh yeah, that's actually a good thing.
Knowledge source reference.
So I love this because we just deployed this, or we just released this on Test AI Agent. We haven't released this in Inbox. Stay tuned for that.
But yeah, when are we releasing it in Inbox?
Soon. Well, it's definitely something we're looking at. So,
All right.
yeah. Thanks for this. We've heard of it before. We definitely want to.
All right, John. Yeah, I run a video production business. So usually when a lead comes in for a video, I will prompt the AI to ask for a reference video, and they usually provide it via YouTube link. So hence, I was asking that question specifically to AI reading watching the video. Okay. All right.
I think one thing about this is, does web search work? Or AI will actually need to see the video. But yeah, definitely understand the use case now. Thanks for that. We'll definitely look into this.
All right. Next question from Amelia. What's the best way to train an agent to have accurately distinguish between different prospect types and route them to the right life cycle?
Usually we will tell people to figure out the intent, right? So what AI agent is really good at is, again, figuring out the intent, like what are they actually interested in. So let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say you have a flow, right? And booking appointment is an intent. Searching for product is an intent, right? So based on those intent, update that context lifecycle to something else, right? So that's the best way to do it instead of using keywords, right? So for example, we do have customers who prompt AI to update lifecycle when the context set a single word, which is actually not the best way to do it. It's best to base it off intent. Okay.
All right. Next question. Is question the previous question to AMJ. It's ERP system. We are currently exploring AI chatbots that could assist our customers for setup 24/7 for Thai, Taiwanese, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore customers. Each account would have different access. Some of our customers have WhatsApp support as well. The others have live chat support.
Oh, I think this was replying to the
previous question, but I don't remember.
Fine. So yeah, the question was, can Respond AI be linked to a login required platform/system, because we will need to check in on store details and they have set up regarding this issue.
And I remember the answer, as long as it provides the API, right? As long as they have the API endpoint for us to access, then yeah, it is possible. And usually ERP system, they are kind of like big and quite mature. So usually they would have the API available.
Yeah, so in theory it is possible, but you just need to check out your exact ERP's API documentation.
Yeah, and for the different countries, Thai, Taiwanese, Philippines, Malaysia, and Singapore, the languages can be handled by AI agent pretty well. So rest assured.
This is a follow-up to just now as well. We also want to provide the customers with knowledge-based information if they ask about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is from the same. Yeah. So should be fine. Let me think. Yeah, should be fine as long as they are separated by country. If I understand correctly, because it's for different countries. So each of the, like for example, in a knowledge source, you need to make sure that this specifically for Malaysia or this specifically for Singapore. Then AI should be able to reference it well.
All right. Next question: will the lecture be available? Yes, Carlos. This will be available on YouTube later next week, but you can just watch this recording the same link again, so don't need to worry about that. Okay, next, AI agent should be able to import and export like workflows. Will this be possible?
Okay, so for this one, it's not really something that we're looking at. And the reason why is because at least previously it was a simple instruction, right? There was a simple instruction. It was just text based, so it's a bit easy to kind of just copy paste and move it around. But I understand why you would want this, because there are a lot more setups right now for like HTTP requests, for example, and it's pretty hard to configure that as well. So let us consider this in the future, and we'll definitely get back to you on this one when it comes to like having a can request and whatnot. But right now,
Last question. Prompts. Character. When?
we've heard of this so many times that you guys want more characters, but it's not something that we want to increase anytime soon. That one I'll need to be frank with you, because we noticed that the more characters that we allow, the more hallucination that will happen as well, because it will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're looking for a better way to manage this, for instructions and prompts, so that it's easier and less hallucinative. But right now, we have 10,000 characters for now. For what?
10,000 is a lot
Yeah.
already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And the reason is to ensure our AI agent provide quality reply and responses. That's why we keep the character limit.
this is a principle that affects every other AI related platform. The longer your prompts, the more likely it's gonna
The less
hallucinate.
accurate.
Yeah.
We've looked at other prompts as well. We looked at other systems, and like ChatGPT, for example, if you create a custom GPT, it only accepts like 6,000, or is it 8,000? I can't remember. So we try to go beyond a little bit with 10,000. So yeah.
Yeah. Even in Claude, if your skill file is more than 2,000 lines, it will start hallucinating and everything. So yeah. It's better to be more precise and maybe have it reference your knowledge source if you want to offload some things, rather than have a super long prompt. Okay, that's all. Oh, everyone already left.
Oh wow, everyone really left.
Yeah.
Wow.
We ran over time.
All right,
Oh, maybe there's a limit of like 2 hours, is it?
maybe. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks.
I didn't know there was a 2-hour limit, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys.